Alrighty then. Okay. Onwards we go. It's funny, even things like that I can remember, like from as a kid, just that 989 Studios. But I'm really remembering it from the second game, because that's the one I played the most. Okay, here we go. So this was like an interesting game, because it came out at a time, I've mentioned this in another stream, but like it came out at a time when there was a lot of like stealth sort of sneaking video games starting to come out. I guess the technology in games was allowing a certain amount of that to be possible. And so all of a sudden, you know, you're being able to see new things that games could do. Like, you know, as I'd played through with Ratchet and Clank in the previous streams, you know, like what platforming games could now do. You didn't have to be going just in a certain direction like Mario and Sonic, it was left to right. And Crash Bandicoot, it was sort of forwards or backwards primarily. But it was still in a certain direction, like on a pathway that you were going. And then Ratchet and Clank opened it up with this more 3D kind of, you know, there was still a general direction you'd go through a level, but there'd be a lot more of this 3D open space that you'd be navigating around in. And there might be a general direction you're heading in, though. And then other times there might be a completely open 3D arena that you're battling in. But then in like the late 90s, there was this other thing that was happening that wasn't really as much a... I guess there were people always trying to do video games like this in the past, like the original Metal Gear games before they even became Metal Gear Solid. But there was this sort of new burgeoning, you know, like it was sort of more fully existing, I would say, genre of like stealth game, which was, you know, the, you know, Metal Gear Solid, which was obviously a continuing franchise, but it was really starting to be able to flesh out that stealth atmosphere and just the dynamics of how enemies could see you or not see you or look around for you when they thought you were maybe somewhere, and then also where they would look in other games like Tenchu Stealth Assassin. And then you had games like this, like Syphon Filter, that was really just a third-person shooter, but it came out, as it says, you know, in 1999. But it had this, like, stealth component to it, like, because it was about spies. So every so often there'd be, like, a stealth mission or something. And that's what we're about to play, is sort of the second... Like, there's levels, even. We've already just sort of gone through a few levels, but it was sort of all in, like, one kind of chapter, which was the streets of Washington, D.C. So here we are in kind of essentially the next chapter, which is at this sort of... What is it? The Expo Center. And this is where you actually have to sneak around, and it doesn't mean that you can't kill people, but it's a bit more of a fixed thing, though, in this game, where you have to be stealthy.
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's men. It contains compounds identical to those extracted from the plants taken from Romer's plantation in Costa Rica. Compounds patented by a multinational corporation named Farcom. I checked with our contact in the World Health Organization. Farcom is also coordinating the WHO's efforts to track down these worldwide viral outbreaks.
Romer's not sophisticated enough to run this kind of operation. With that arsenal, he must have an enormous base of operations somewhere. Who's funding him?
I have already had Farcom investigated. The final report was inconclusive.
Whose report? Benton's? The same man who coordinated our botched raid in Costa Rica? The man who got Jenkins' entire team taken out? Where is Benton now?
I've placed him on leave. Now, what do you want to do?
Fagan is hosting a reception at his exhibition center in New York tonight. I've tapped into their security files and accessed blueprints of the entire building.
Fagan doesn't know who I am. I'll go as a guest and plant a remote wire on him. If there's a connection, I'll find it.
All right.
See some actual spy work being done, so it's not always running and gunning. They do try and sort of offer a bit of everything in this game. But the thing is that when it's stealthy, it has to be stealthy. You don't get the choice of like, okay, the stealth failed, now I can gun around. Which Metal Gear Solid tended to let you do a bit more.
Fagan's moving. I'm going to follow him.
But Gabe, his wire is coming in clear.
I know, but I want to be there in case something is going down.
Be careful. If any of his security guards spot you outside of the reception area, Fagin will know you're here.
I won't let anyone see me.
Okay.
Fagin's heading for the Stonehenge exhibit. I'm checking their security protocols. They have guards posted everywhere. Don't be spotted or the mission will be over.
Not sure if I'm supposed to shoot those guys, but I have now. I do find it funny as well. This is still like back in the day when video games would kind of let you just carry whatever amount of like weapons. There was really like no sort of, oh hey, like, you know, this is the realistic amount that someone could carry or something. I always remember GoldenEye in particular for the amount of weapons you could carry. Like it had sort of quite a ludicrous, it felt, quantity. I forgot as well doing this mission about how you sort of just basically just kind of like sneak around just shooting people quietly. I remember thinking like you got to sneak past them more. And they said, no, you pretty much just kill everyone that you encounter, that you see. Oh, shit. Not too shabby. And it's like you basically get spotted on this mission or detected or whatever, and it's a fail. So it's one of those things where they're like, oh, you got to be stealthy, it's you, but they're really forcing the stealth upon you. I love when a game allows you to, oh shit. How did that guy not see me? It seems insane. But okay, I'll take it. They're all dressed like Agent Smith. Jesus. Where am I meant to go from here? That blue dot, is that just an objective or is that... Oh, here we go. Something's happening.
Gabe, Fagin's run for it. Romer and air mob went after him, but Benton's still in there with you. Watch out.
Okay, we've gone loud, have we? Let's do it. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Finished. Don't send a report to Markinson yet. I want to find out what's going on here. Where's Fagin?
Mara must have destroyed the bug.
The enemy, I do always remember the enemies of this game having interesting names, like Godot and you know, all that sort of stuff. There was a couple, Roma and Fagin. Like, there's always that. I feel like the names had sort of impact. They're all decent. Like, each one of them could have been like a bad guy, you know, like in a movie.
Each gate is coded to a unique card. I'll see if I can find a master code.
Check their security rosters. I want to know which guards are holding.
What was it? Arumov in Goldeneye, the Russian general. Basically, the supplier of the henchmen. Essentially, was sort of his purpose. There's a guy who I've only ever seen. A person I've only ever seen. I think he's a European actor, but I've only ever seen that guy in that movie. Although then again, I'd probably say the same about what's her name? What's she called? Isabella Scorupco. Who I never knew that person's name as when I was a kid. She was the good Bond chick, the science chick, the one who was at the lady who survived the Syphon space station, not the space station, the Syphon whatever facility attack. The ginger chick. Kicks open a door. Far out. Ooh. It's weird sometimes they don't seem to see you like when you poke out, and then other times they do. There's some in times where I've like poked my head around a corner and then just been able to take all the time in the world just aiming at the person's head. And then there's other times where like you poke out and they're like, there he is, and it's like, what are we doing? Can they see me or not see me? I don't think this is not where I'm supposed to go. Maybe I meant to go up here. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a pretty big thing to jump up to, and then just grab it by your hands and just pull yourself up. I do like the kind of, the music change as well when when the, whatchamacallit, this gun, the G33. Funny enough, I've got 33 bullets for it. That's a good gun, like a little machine pistol. I always remember liking that thing. Oh, full ammo. There's a gun in the second one though, like the H11 or something. It's like the silenced, like, assault rifle, submachine gun kind of thing. I always remember thinking that was Lock code required. Okay, who's got that? Who's this person? You just hit him? Good God. Ah, fuck. Shit. Fuck. Fuck's sakes. Get behind cover. Few of them, eh? There are a fair few of them, yes. I should probably collect that ammo. Where is he? There he is. I think this might have been like one of the multiplayer levels as well. Which had a interesting kind of multiplayer. I think it was one of those very typical kind of PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, even this is a PlayStation 1 game, but it was a very PS1, PS2 era kind of levels, like generation sort of multiplayer where you'd basically just do split screen against people that were on the same console. So you weren't playing online against anyone else. You would just literally play, you know, split screen against, and you wouldn't even like you do co-op. It was literally just against people, you know, other players. Like a co-op function would have been interesting. Where am I meant to go? Must be this way. There's a gate there as well. We'll figure it out. Waiting for the new episode of The Last of Us as well, episode 2 coming along. That'll be interesting to see. I've enjoyed the first episode. I feel like people criticising that, if they're going to get all critical, there's some YouTubers that I follow who like, they you can see them sort of go, oh yeah, that thing's actually good, or no, that thing is shit, you know, certain different things. And it's like, yeah, I can sort of agree with what they're saying. Doesn't mean I have to always agree, but you can at least feel like, you know, they've got an honest sort of reaction to things. And then there's some YouTubers that I sort of follow roughly, but they they just feel a lot more bitter, where you can tell on certain things that are actually good. And it's like, yeah, this does seem to be a decently made like product, and that it's like it's faithful to the sort of the original thing, if it's an adaptation, or it's, you know, it's not sort of trying to be woke political nonsense or whatever, if it's a new thing. And it's just like they still can't like it, and it's just like, yeah, I think there's a lot of bitterness with them. And it's just when you see it it's in times like those where, like, when the good products come along, that they're like, oh, you actually still have a problem. Did the gate just go up and then go down? What? So there's a timer to it. Which gate is it that went up then? But yeah, The Last of Us felt like one of those things where it was actually a, you know, it's one of the good ones, at least by that first episode. You never know, because sometimes I've seen like a great even first season of a show, and then the second season sucks. Like, monumentally. Like, I really loved the first season of Westworld and really loved the first season of Altered Carbon. And then those shows just took a nosedive. Jesus Christ. So I hope The Last of Us keeps up its thing, but it's being made by the creators of the video game and all that, so I think it'll probably maintain the quality that it has. I think that it's more likely to maintain it than, say, other shows where, I don't know, they've just sort of been made a bit more, like each season, especially those shows that I quoted, they, Jesus. That I quoted, like I think Altered Carbon Season 2, I don't know if Westworld was exactly always made by the same people every kind of time, but each season onwards, but I think Altered Carbon might have been made by like different people. Like Season 1 to Season 2, I think there was a change. Because I feel like I actually remember looking this up and then going, oh, yep. And then they added in this person as a showrunner or something who was just, that you could tell, like, yep, that's why the woke nonsense or whatever came in. You know, well, that's why the bullshit suddenly showed up. Because they're all based on books, and, like, the first season was based on the first book, so it was like, okay. But then so the second season was meant to be based on the second book, but it really had nothing to do with the second book. It was just a completely different thing, and it kind of changed the the world in which it was taking place as well, like quite a bit in terms of what they were introducing into it. But then the what's what I'm looking for, the whereas like the first season wasn't an exact, 100% faithful adaptation to the book, it was still a great show, and it was close enough that like you could still tell the story of the second book after that first season. Whereas after the second season, there's no way to tell the story of the third book. Like, I remember looking up the third book and all that, because I've never read them, but I just remember looking up the stories of what happens in them, and it's like, yeah, that's gone. And, yeah, no third season. So, when you make a rubbish show, that's the thing, you can make like a great first season and then you make like a rubbish second season and it can kill the show. But funny, he's just see what I mean? Like he's been carrying a sniper rifle along with him the whole time. Like really? Gotcha. See, once again, even that limited little amount of stealth, all it really amounted to was just quietly killing people before eventually going loud. I'm trying to remember if there are actually any more sort of legit kind of stealth missions in this first one. I feel like in the second one there's a definite like one where you've got to sneak around and not kill people because they're like Marines or something rather, like people that you don't really want to kill because they're not necessarily bad people. You've just got to sneak into the place that they're guarding. Lock code required. Where did I pick up the lock code for the other one? Because there was a definite... So what I'm looking for, there was a definite lock code required earlier, and I found that. Oh, is there a person there? There is. So where did he come from? No. Pretty sure it would tell me if I picked it up. I would like to hope it would anyway. I feel like this game really doesn't sort of respawn enemies, but there's sort of the odd moment where I think sort of something kind of tends to, you know, they're like, hang on. But by and large it doesn't. It's not really... I didn't even hit him with the auto aim, I just blasted him when he came past. So I got to backtrack, is that the idea? Am I supposed to be... Because that guy sort of appeared there, he definitely seemed like a bit of a... purposefully added person. I swear there's like a bit where like you're on one side of these gates and then like a guy appears on the other side and you got to shoot through at him. See, that gate goes down because it's one of those time ones, you know, even probably what the thing that when I press that switch that I'm trying to get the lock code for, it'll do the same thing. It'll only open up momentarily. That's what happened with that gate. So now that I'm on the side of it, I can't go back. So whatever I need to find, it's somewhere on this side of that gate. I don't remember it saying anything either about I don't think I've picked up the lock code yet. A museum, that's what it is. I remember thinking it was like in my head that it was an art gallery of some sort. It's a museum. Oh, it's a Gaim. Yeah, where, oh where did the fishies go? Okay. Somewhere around here. I swear I only picked up the lock codes off the guys, so like there's a person that I've yet to kill, or there's something, once again there's something that I'm missing. But then you go up this elevator and there's just like nothing up there. So what am I supposed to be... I know I've got to get that code lock, but like where am I supposed to be getting it from? There's like nowhere for me to really go or do. Oh, jeepers creepers. The bloody electricity just loosely fallen from there. Are you serious? here we go. Jesus, they don't really make that sort of obvious, do they? So what, I'm supposed to be on this elevator, shoot up at that activates the... Far out. Ugh. So look how quick that thing fires, mate. That thing is a piranha. That thing just shreds people. Brrr, brrr. Card key taken, there we go. Oh, and combat shotgun, interesting. I don't know how you're supposed to change. I don't think it lets you change who you can aim at. Like it's like, well, if that's the person you're going to aim at, you have to sort of... I think if someone gets closer to you and you can change to aim at them, but it's like, that's it, like... Shit. Do these guys keep showing up, or is there an actual end to them? This might be... Oh no, I think there is an end to them. There we go. Combat shotgun. I do remember enjoying the shotguns in this game. I think every so often you get like a... See, just the way that they fly when you hit them, and then even the noise of it, had a great sort of like Terminator 2 style kind of like shotgun noise or something to it, you know, it had some impact. Because it's weird with video games, eh? Like shotguns are kind of an odd one for in terms of how they've kind of suffered for quality. Like there is a lot of video games that have shotguns where they're quite sort of like, you know, they're just not very impactful weapons. And you do a shotgun right in a game and it really adds some oomph, you know. They just don't make video game shotguns like they used to. Just think, I'll see how close I can get to him. Shotgun to the head, yeah. K3G4. I swear that's an automatic weapon, but I don't remember what. There it is there. Oh, it's just sort of like a... Yeah, okay. I do remember enjoying the noises of the guns in this and that, eh? It definitely got that right. Simple things, you know, but like sound effects and animations, you know, it all combines to make a very sort of... to make up a, you know... an impactful effect. Look at that jump, it's just insane. Oh, would you just hit him? Oh, I see, you gotta jump up onto that. I bet you, I can tell from the height that he jumps, the heights that he can jump up to, that'll definitely be what you do. Yeah, there we go. I think it was Halo, weirdly enough, eh? Like, you think a game like this set in sort of a sci-fi kind of thing, eh? Sort of setting like that'd be a game to try and introduce realism. But they'd only let you carry, like, what was it? I think 2 weapons? And Killzone, that would only let you carry, like, 3. Which I kind of liked, being able to carry 3. Because sometimes I always felt like there was just that third thing that you wanted. You know, you wanted this gun and that gun, but you sort of also needed a certain other kind of gun.
What have you got?
I've got him. They're at a dinosaur exhibit. You can't let her assassinate him, Gabe. Only Fagin knows where the virus is being manufactured.
And only Mara knows where Romer's base is. I'll figure something out.
So it's letting me save here, but this is still the same kind of like level, effectively. Saying something about Syphon Filter, that's it. Because I think Syphon Filter's a virus. It was a very cool name as well, I thought, Syphon Filter. Like, you know, like, I bet you when the person invented that name, they were like, yeah, they sort of sat back from the table and looked at that sitting there and were like, yeah, I just came up with some, you know, with some shit. Not meaning bad shit, but you know what I mean? Like, ah. Are you gonna reload? Yeah, cool. Awesome, thanks. Oh yeah. More bullets for that gun. I do like the sort of just booting the door open, kind of like very sort of like action movie. Just
You're on top of the lobby now, but I can't find anything.
come out to the coves, get together, have a few laughs. I feel like some shooting starts to take place here. Oh, I thought that was glass and you could like shoot through it, but it's not doing nothing. Oh, hang on. Oh, here we go. What, do you fall down through it? Is that what you do? Oh yeah, but it's like a cut sequence, okay. Yeah, you'd be dead from that. Yep, you'd be dead. Because there's no way he's falling from that height and landing securely. Yeah. Racking up them headshots. I'm certain, it's funny how certain games you'd play and they'd be like, you know, at the end of each level or something, they tell you like how many headshots you got, and then you're like, you start trying to get more headshots because it's something that's being gauged. That was funny. So, like, the balloon was hiding me from him. And then once I shot the balloon, he was like, there he is. Like, oh my god. That's funny. Alright. Are they firing silenced handguns, or what is that? Sniper rifle bullets. Oh. Is that what they were shooting at me? Snippy rifles. It's funny, you kind of fall through there and then down to the bottom, but then it's like you got to work your way a certain amount back up through the room. Ah, oh, come on. Get up there. Oh, shotgun shells, okay. What was that like? Was that objective added or something? Or objective completed? There was something story-based that just happened there. I wonder if there's some like secret thing that happens or something if you you know shoot all the balloons in the room. You know, like in Mortal Kombat, where you'll hear the developers of the game say "Frosty" or something. You know, like one of those weird little things. Is he behind me, is he? Here we go, yeah. They shut the thing off behind you. So I think you can actually, you don't have to kill those guys. You could just run away from them. But I was going to kill them. Because of course. They're the bad guys. You can't let a good bad guy, you know, get away. Not a good bad guy, but you know what I mean. Like a bad guy that's good to kill. That should be like a James Bond movie or something. Too good to kill or something, or too good to not kill or something. You know, one of those kind of. Fuck, jeez. Gotta watch out for the fishies. The fishies.
Tell me where the virus labs are.
I don't know.
Tell me, or I will kill you.
Gabe, we needed Mara alive.
Oh, did we? Oh, okay. I think I sort of knew that. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to kill her or not, so I'm just going to take a shot. I'm back to here. Okay. How did I get out of here again? Oh yeah, I went through this door. Boom. Shit. Oh, it said he had a flak jacket, but it did still rip through him. So you can kill guys that have a flak jacket on without headshotting them. It's just you've got to rip through their armor. Okay. There we go. Oh, did I blow away one of those fishes? Okay, so you can destroy them. Destroy the fishes.
Tell me where the virus labs are.
I don't know.
Tell me, or I will kill you.
I can't tell you. Don't kill me.
You have to the count of 10 to tell me.
Please, don't. I'll pay you.
How the fuck are you supposed to get up there?
Gabe, we needed Fagin alive.
Well, how am I supposed to get up there, dickhead? Am I supposed to climb up the dinosaur or something? So it's a stupid thing. They don't really tell you like where you're supposed to be going. So when something like that happens, you're like, okay, then I've got to start again, and I'm still trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do. So I'm still no closer to discovering, you know, what. But yeah, I'm not supposed to kill her, you know, so... No, I'm shooting at you, idiot. I find it weird that the doors like open and then close again. Gun's just like a chainsaw, eh? This little machine pistol, it's so deadly. The G18. Okay, I don't know why I thought it was a G33.
Tell me where the virus labs are.
I don't know.
Tell me, or I will kill you.
I can't tell you. Don't kill me.
You have to the count of 10 to tell me.
Please, don't.
Gabe, it's Megan alive.
Okay, you jump up on the... Okay. It takes so long to reset as well, eh? Like after you fail, it's like, well, if you failed, you failed, that's it. But, you know. Start again. And it's stupid little things like that, whereas because it's not telling you where you're actually supposed to go or whatever, and like you've only got this tiny ass little amount of limited time, that you find yourself repeating it, just trying to discover what you're supposed to do. It's not that you're failing to do it, like you don't even know what you're actually supposed to be doing, and then you're not even attempting it and failing it, you're just literally... Well, I think I did just chew through like a whole mag to kill that guy in that fashion. So he's carrying like 3 different submachine guns as well. It's just like the insanity.
Tell me where the virus labs are.
I don't know.
Tell me, or I will kill you.
I can't tell you. Don't kill me.
Are
have
you
to
serious?
count 10.
Please.
Gabe, we needed Fagin alive.
What the fuck? You know what I mean? What are you supposed to do? Like, really? Like, are you supposed to jump over there or something? Because no matter what you do, she just shoots that guy. You're not allowed to shoot her, because, so you get forced into this stupid thing where it's forcing you to go in this certain direction, like, you know, way, behave in this certain way, like, oh. It's just painful. This is one of the things that I remember finding the most painful about games back in the day, was like the lack of choice. And it's like, no, have to do this thing. combat shotgun shell. Jeez, it's just how that gun just shredded through him. Like the bullets are obviously of that are obviously so much more powerful. Oh yeah, but the shotgun doesn't, you know. Mara
Tell me
Aramov.
where the virus labs are.
I don't know.
Tell me, or I will kill you.
I can't tell you.
Yeah, climb up,
Don't
dickhead.
kill me.
You have to the count of 10 to tell me.
Please, don't. I'll pay you. No.
What the fuck are you doing, dickhead? What are you doing? Oh my god. Oh, mate. Yeah, we've got to look this up, because this is just some bullshit. It doesn't tell you what you're supposed to be doing. Capture Aramov and Fagin alive. Yeah, how? Because they're up in this assholey little position where you can't really get to them. And it's not like telling you like any sort of thing about how, and you've only literally got seconds to sort of like even figure out each time like that you go there, like where to go. And then those guys start shooting at you, and then she shoots the guy. Like, what the fuck? Oh, that's painful. Okay, let's check this out. So, destroyed subway, we're past that. We beat that boss. Expo Center. Okay. It's actually a pretty short little thing, the whole thing for the Expo Center. Climb up onto the tail of the T-Rex, then run to its head. A few more guards will appear below you. So shoot them before you shimmy across the girder to reach Aramov. Oh, so you're supposed to climb up to like something else, are you? Good God, but just the fact that it doesn't mention anything. Like, you know, there's no clear indication at all. And so you just keep repeating like this, you know, this thing. Like, at least when you're attempting something and then failing at it, it's one thing. But you literally don't even know what is supposed to be occurring. Where's the shotgun guy? Oh, is he just randomly not appearing now, is he? Where's that guy? What? There's like two guys that haven't appeared for some reason. That's weird.
Tell me where the virus labs are.
I don't know.
Tell me, or I will kill you.
I can't tell you. Don't kill me.
You have to the count of 10 to tell me.
Please, don't.
I'll pay you.
What the fuck? What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to climb up over there, but how are you supposed to kill those guys? Like, what? Let's read that again. This is some bullshit right here. What you have to do is prevent Aramov from killing Fagin, but keep Aramov alive. There are two ways to do this. You can either hit her with the taser or shoot the pistol out of her hand with a sniper rifle. Oh my god! That's not even an established thing that you can do. That, oh, you can shoot the gun out of people's hands, and okay, here, you got to do it like to, what it, you know, so you know what. This is just some bad made shit, mate. Good god. The amount of shit that they're like expecting you to know to do without telling you anything about it or even establishing it as a gameplay conceit. Yeah, there he is. There's the shotgun guy. Okay, well, if we know what to do... we can at least attempt it. And then, you know, you might fail or you might succeed, but you can at least attempt it. There he is. Mate, this is, you know, this
Tell
is
me
something.
where the virus labs are.
I don't know.
Tell me, or I will kill you.
I can't tell you. Don't kill me.
You have to the count of 10 to tell me.
Please, don't.
There goes Fagin. Is Mara still alive?
Yes. Now to get some answers.
Hurry. More security is on its way.
Fuck off! Oh my fucking god, man. Fuck this shit. Fuck this. Okay, I start here now, do I? This is fucked. Duck down, dickhead. Jesus Christ. Wasn't there like a third guy as well? Mate. Absolute pain. I'm not super remembering this part, but I do remember I am sort of remembering parts like this where you're just like, I think where you're trying to like, yeah, trying to discover what to do. Fuck off!
Leon, send in an evac. We'll have to patch her up before we can get any information out of her.
Copy. On their way.
Jeepers creepers, mate. Talk about painful. Right, I gotta turn on the aircon and get a drink. Because this shit just got real. Dinorama. Dynamite! Okay. Fucking hell. Right, Ellis? What's the time? 9:28. What did I see the time difference was? It was 9:28. Okay. Probably stream for like another half hour. And then stop for a little bit because the new episode of Last of Us comes out.
Of course.
You knew?
You are valuable to me, Logan, but you are not briefed on all of the agency's activities. I know what you're saying.
I feel like this is a guy who's going to be revealed to be a bad guy. And then you're going to be like, wow, big surprise, he's a bad guy. It did not at all seem like he was, you know, a bad guy.
Downloaded several data files from
When he
Fagan.
clearly did, you know.
It'll take a while before intelligence can crack Farcom's encryption codes. Fagan must have a lab somewhere that's manufacturing this.
Fagan has disappeared. Interpol hasn't been able to turn up a trace of him yet, and there's still no sign of Romer.
Romer is operating out of an old Soviet base in northern Kazakhstan. Our spy satellites have pinpointed the exact location of his compound. The State Department must be able to tell.
Just the fact that he says our spy satellites, like, wouldn't you just say our satellites? Like, the fact he's like our spy satellites,
Put you down 1 mile outside the base.
our super secret
Long range.
satellites.
Hopefully the blizzard will mask your approach. You will have to infiltrate on foot and disable their short-range anti-aircraft guidance radar before evac.
Those look like long-range SS-23s.
Yes, they're the reason I'm sending you. Before you set the timer, you need to find their missile stockpile.
Okay. Yeah, I remember this level.
Be careful to avoid their patrol. If the base goes on alert, you won't have much time to complete your objectives.
Check.
I think this is another stealthy one. Level alerted. Was that it? Or maybe you can do it loud. Okay. Oh my god, fucking it's like the guns are just so, no. Just, we're just gonna mute the damage of them because we want to force a scenario. Yeah. Well, if I can be loud, I want to be loud. I'm to be honest, I don't give a shit about the stealth. Where's that second guy? I shot that guy and then there was like a second guy around somewhere. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Damn it!
Oh my god! Oh yeah, we'll give you the option to go loud, but we'll make it basically impossible.
Right.
No, if I want to go loud, I'll go loud. I don't get who that guy is that's apparently... I shoot that guy and then there's apparently another guy that shows up. Like, where's that guy?
Damn it!
Oh, he's right next to him. I'm just gunned down so many guys there. Just headshot, headshot, headshot. Just gotta keep racking up the headshots. Even though I have a sniper rifle. No, no, use the... gas grenades. What? Do they just keep showing up, do they? Oh, whatever! Yeah, fuck off. Fuck off. It's like weird, they give you the option to go loud, but then it's insanely just bullshit difficult. Well, like, can you sneak around or can you not sneak around? Which one is it? Because it seems like I don't have the option of sneaking around. I mean, it seems like I don't have the option. It seems like I don't have the option of going loud, but they give you the option. I wonder if I can... Fuck off! Like, what the fuck?
I found a fuel tank.
Gabe, intelligence briefings show the bunkers are guarded by motion sensors. You have to cut their power to get in.
Where's the substation?
Check.
Yeah. Can you actually damage him? Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit, mate. Fuck. I don't remember this game being so just pain in the ass.
Radio traffic shows
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Just kill me and start again. Because there's no point in actually playing like that. You might as well fail me the way that they normally do. So that's badly made. Good God. And I'm going to play through 3 of these fucking games. Fuck. The things I do. Can I shoot this guy? Funny thing is, right, is who's manning the searchlight? You know what I mean? I should really get those gas grenades, shouldn't I? It's weird that they would just have those lying around. I know the guys don't wake up from them, like, even if it is just knocking them out, like, if that's what's meant to be happening. They don't actually wake up or anything, like, in the same level, but I don't know if it is meant to be actually, like, lethal gas that kills people, or is it, what's the word? Is it meant to be, like, some sort of, you know, knockout gas? Yeah, whatever. No, that's not at all the direction that I aimed in, so we can reverse that. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna not hit people now, are we? Make me waste more ammo just over bullshit game physics.
Gabe, check your fire.
Fucking hell.
The whole place will go up.
No, I was aiming at his head, but bullshit, like, suddenly turned.
I found a fuel tank.
Yeah, she's already made mention of that.
Gabe, intelligence briefings show
Yeah.
Check.
Oh shit. It just doesn't happen to look over at the dead body. So it's basically the same kind of thing where you're really just sort of sneaking your way along. You just got to silently kill people as you move along, as opposed to, you know, going loud.
Leon, the gate to the bunker is locked down.
Oh, lock code. Wow.
into the missile weapon. His patrols can take him anywhere.
I'll try the comm building.
Is there a guy around there? Is there? Yeah, yeah, what are you doing? Yeah. Oh. Get away from me.
I found the power to the motion sensors. I'm heading over to the bunkers now.
But the code lock to get into that building, are we supposed to be obtaining that? No, nothing there. Shit.
Damn it!
Oh, fuck off. Just keep moving. Fucking idiot! Fucking idiot! Fucking Jesus. Oh my god, man. Just painful. Just the bullshit also tilting of the gameplay mechanics to make it that, you know, like they're slightly harder to, they're a bit harder to kill and you're easier to kill, like just to try and force this stealth. But it's like, well, if you don't want me to run around loud, then just fail it. Like that's what they do a lot of the time. But the fact they're trying to keep it going is just like, what are you doing? Have I got to use the gas grenades to take them out, like when there's two of them, so you can like simultaneously, you know, get rid of them. Yeah, not at all what I said to do.
Damn it!
Yeah, dickhead. Hey, not at all what I said to do. I wish it at least let you, like, go back into hiding. Yeah, just fucking kill me. Fucking kill me. Hurry up. Hurry up, dickhead. Because they let you go loud and they make it basically impossible to be loud. So why have it go that way then? Hey. Ugh. Oh. There are some things about games back then, eh, where they were like, they could be really well... I don't feel like you see it as much now, where like... They'll be really well made... But there'll just be these, like, they could be a really well-made game, but there'll be these, like, fuck-up parts in them, eh? Where it's just like, what are you doing? Like, aspects of them that are just atrocious. And it's like, what in the name of Sir Isaac H. Newton? And those gas grenades have shit range as well. Like, good God.
Damn it!
Yeah. Yeah, fucking whatever. I fucking shoot you and nah. Fuck off. Fucking the stealth bits of this game, eh, really do my fucking head in. Ugh. Oh, it's not like Metal Gear Solid or Tenchu or anything where it's this evenly balanced thing. It's like this forced in aspect that they've added into a game that doesn't really cater to it, like the gameplay mechanics of it, the engine and everything doesn't really cater to this actual aspect. But it was like they were like, oh well, you know, Metal Gear Solid and Tenchu, they're all stealth, so we've got to have some stealth. It's like, yeah, but this game, oh, the mechanics of it, like how it works, doesn't really make it set. Nah, just you got to force it in there. We need to have it. We need to be able to say this is a stealth shit, you know, thing. But it would be like, you know. Oh, it's just painful. Are you gonna open it up? Hello? Oh, yeah, okay, we're just in some weird glitch now, are we? Oh, okay, yeah, whatever then. Fuck off. Yeah, I've had enough of that shit anyway. Last of Us Episode 2. I'm going to go enjoy that. Because this game is being painful and it's just decided to glitch itself out. So I'm saved at the start of that level anyway. And that's where I'll probably continue on. Having lots of fun. Well, you never know. Maybe I'll even play something else. Maybe I'll get sick of this game. I remember the second one fondly. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll play Ratchet and Clank for a change, you know. It's just when you're playing this game, it's quite clearly not designed to incorporate the stealth side of it. So they thought that you can tell they're changing the gameplay like values and the rules of like how much damage you're taking versus how much damage they're taking. And it's like, if you don't want me to go loud, then don't have it be that way. Most games, a lot of games back then would generally just fail as soon as you get spotted or something. But it's like, nah, we'll just make it really like bastardly punishing. But like, we'll allow you, like, what? Yeah, just, it's a shit show. So, go to that screen. So until what? I don't know. Until you know, trudge my way through that mess. That's where I'll leave it for now, because it's one of the things that I've forgotten about. I feel like the second game might have fixed that, because I played the second one the most, because I owned it back then. And I never owned the first or the third, I just hired them out. And I think I might have hired the third one out more than once, because I remember the third one a little bit more than the first one. But I, like I say, I only owned the second one. And I think they made like 6 of them in total. But the other, like 4, 5 and 6 were all made for like PS2 and PSP. And they started getting a bit different. They're like sort of it's weird, like back then they'd have it's one of those same things of like PlayStation 1 or the consoles of back then, where they'd bang out like a trilogy of games pretty quickly as well. Well, like, as I said, this came out in 99. The sequel came out, I believe, in 2000, and then the third came out in 2001. And then it would kind of like not die off, but it would just sort of, like, they were the ones that sort of kind of got all the original attention and success and everything. And it's not like the third one failed and that's why it died off. It's just that this is with like Crash Bandicoot, with, you know, Syphon Filter, and with a bunch of things where it just sort of simmered away and just continued on, but just in a smaller capacity. And to varying degrees, these different franchises would sort of ebb and flow in terms of how much they would change or stick to what they are. Jak and Daxter is, even though that's a PS2 franchise, that's probably the only one where it didn't really continue on. They did the 3 original games, and then there was like Jak X, I think it was, which was like a racing game. You know, that was their Crash Team Racing or their Super Mario Kart. And then I think that was really it. Or there was like Daxter as well, which was a PSP game, and that was it. But like, you know, Ratchet and Clank continued on. Like, you know, it had a PSP spin-off with Secret Agent Clank. It had the 3 main games on PS2, as well as Deadlocked, which is like this arena shooter that I've talked about. Then it had, I think it was 4 of them on PS3. Yeah. And I think I mentioned that the other day, that there were none released for PS4 except the reboot one, which isn't in continuity with all the other games. And then essentially the kind of 9th one that's in continuity came out on PS5. So it's a franchise that's kept going, whereas, you know, and Syphon Filter is another one of those ones that kind of died off, where they made a 4th, 5th and 6th, but they all kind of, you know, they didn't really get kind of the same level of attention. And they also seemed to, like, from what I've read up about them, they sort of started to try and change things a little bit more, whereas the first 3 games are, as I've said, they're almost kind of like the same game. And it's a bit just, you know, of a a rehash of like each time they do one, like, well, can we add some more weapons or some different weapons? What, you know, there's some little other there's some other things we can do with this gameplay engine. Like, they went to the effort of making this game in the first one, and then they've gone with each sequel, like, well, what else can we do with it? You know, can we add something to it? Can we fix it up in some way, shape, or form? Because I remember there being a couple of stealth missions in the second one, and I remember those actually being more like, I swear that if you get spotted out or anything, it's like, that's it, fail. You know, like, yeah, okay, because you want me to be stealthy. Okay. I like it when you can be stealthy or go loud, but both of them have actually to be viable options, whereas this game and this level that I'm on at the moment, it's like, you go stealthy or go loud, but clearly you can't really go loud, in which case, why allow it to happen? It literally is just sort of being this punishing scenario they put you into, in which case you basically just want to die. You know, even when you fail certain objectives, like, it takes a while before it really like restarts, and like, it's like, well, what are we doing? You know, just restart. I realised just before then as well, I said restart. I don't normally say that like that. I would say restart. That'd be like in a you know, some war movie or something where, like, you can tell, like, oh, hang on, he's faking it. I thought there was actually one of our soldiers, but he's actually a German. He just said, you know, raining dogs and cats or something. I remember that in Die Hard with a Vengeance, where John McClane goes to Fort Knox. He realises the bad guys are sort of robbing it or something, and before he gets into that elevator with them, with a bunch of them all, and he realises pretty quick, I think he tends to figure out pretty quickly, I think something's going on or whatever, but then he sees one of them's wearing, like, the police badge of, one of them says they're a cop or something, or someone else says he's a cop, but, like, he can smell something's a bit going on, and he sees the actual badge number the guy's wearing is one of, like, his friends, like his cop friends' badge. But before they get in that elevator, and he makes that sort of, has that moment of, you know, complete awareness, one of the guys who's, you know, he's a German, but he's putting on an American accent. He's like, oh, it's so hard out there. It's like, it's raining dogs and cats. Like, he says it like that, where you would say raining cats and dogs, and it's like he didn't properly understand, you know, the thing. You got to, like, you know, if you'd say raining dogs and cats, it's a bit inverse. It's a bit odd, but it's not like a complete, like, oh, well, you're a fraud, but it's like, that's a bit odd, you know, that he said it like that. It's like doing the, you know, what was it, the dry glazer, you know what I mean? Whereas it's like, no, the Germans will go dry glazer, you know. That might have been a bit more of a show of a sign, you know, but like the saying dogs and cats, though, you know, it's just a bit of a, as opposed to say it's raining cats and dogs, that's the way around that it's normally said. And just always remember that, him saying that. And if I said restart, it's like, hang on, that's not how you say it. You'd say restart. It's like, no, restart the console. That was always sort of like the saving grace. I remember, of like some game was screwing. You'd be like, yeah, well, I'm just going to hit the power button. I always remember that as a kid. Like, yeah, I'll just hit restart or hit the power button. Yeah, I win. Like Kurt Russell and John Carpenter's The Thing, where like he loses a chess against the computer, and then he just pours his drink inside, like opens up some port of the computer and just pours his drink in or whatever, and goes, cheeky bitch or something. Or clever, smart bitch. He says something like that. I always thought he said cheeky bitch, but I think he says something. It calls the computer a bitch, but I think he says something else at the start. But I always thought he said cheeky bitch. It might be clever bitch or something or whatever. And he's but he's like, cheeky bitch. Just like, yeah, I win. Fuck you. I win. I'll shut the whole thing down. Which I suppose is a bit tantamount to what he does at the end of that movie. Like, we'll burn the whole camp down. Everyone fucking loses. Hey. You don't get to win, neither do I. Fuck you. Hey. It's sort of like the only way to beat the machine in a way, beat the thing in a way. And it's that little sort of thing there with him with the computer is sort of like a bit of a metaphor for the whole movie. Okay, well, this has been fun, been annoying. A couple of like stealth missions, you know, stealth. We'll come back to this, but for now I'm going to go watch The Last of Us episode 2 and see how Joel and Ellie get along on live screen and see if this TV show holds up. Because the first episode was great, and hopefully the second episode keeps along with that. So, till next time. Bye.